Artist and community worker Kalisha Ivory is making sacrifices to provide for her daughter. The single mum from northwest Tasmania is finding it impossible to secure stable housing, and the rising cost of everyday goods has been terrifying for her.
Until you've had to live off home brand milk and bread and make sacrifices to put food on the table and fuel in the car, I don't think you can empathise or understand what struggles we go through.
And Kalisha Ivory is not alone.
When Vote Compass asked whether you're more worried about paying the bills compared to this time last year, 45% of Australians said yes, and almost 20% of those voters are much more concerned. And when we break that down for age groups, Australians aged 18 to 29 and 30 to 39 are more likely to be concerned. More than half of 18 to 29-year-olds are much more or somewhat more worried about their ability to pay the bills. And Australian women are 10% more likely than men to be much more worried about making ends meet.
Many Australian households and businesses hit the wall during long lockdowns as COVID spread across the nation. But what about companies that increased their revenues during the pandemic?
Vote Compass asked whether they should pay back any COVID-19 support they received from the government, and most Australians think they should. Close to 80% of voters agree strongly or somewhat that some companies should hand back the money they received as pandemic assistance. And Labor voters were more likely than coalition voters to think that some businesses should pay back money they received via JobKeeper.
To tell us what you think and find out how your views align with those of Australia's political parties, visit Vote Compass online and fill out the survey yourself.